Alrighty, I'm actually beyond excited. I wasn't expecting anything big in this update. Nothing crazy, nothing like out of the ordinary for Save the World. I know BR was getting a few new augments, but I'm actually blown away from the amount of details that the Freight Train himself has actually given us. And just, he did a really great job on the home base status report. So everyone give him a big round of applause. Big shout out to Freight Train because he even got the home base status report out before BR's. And he's been a wonderful community manager for Save the World. And just a big thanks to him, real quick. Otherwise, if you're here for the BR update, let's just jump right into it because BR, surprisingly enough, there's a lot to talk about. So, Fortnite V 23.30, Sun Gohan and Piccolo power up the return of Fortnite times Dragon Ball. So, the newer movie Dragon Ball, I actually watched it, the only movie that I've actually watched from Dragon Ball. There's new characters and whatnot. So, yeah, they're in Fortnite and they're actually out currently in the item shop. All you have to do is go to the item shop and it's the first tab, and even the backgrounds change. So we got Sun Gohan and Piccolo. So if you want to grab them, you can. It's actually pretty cool seeing them in Fortnite. I mean, I know who these characters are because I watched the movie. So yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys want to grab them, they're in a Fortnite now. So pretty cool. And I believe there might be more coming up in the future, but time will tell to see. I mean, I assume this will tell us. So yeah, throughout each match in Battle Royale slash Zero Build, the Kamehameha and Nimbus Cloud items will fall from the sky in capsules. So they're going to be throughout the entire match now. So I think it's pretty cool. I mean, both of them too. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of chaos for the next few weeks. But beyond Battle Royale, Dragon Ball Adventure Island returns. So I assume there's going to be challenges along with these. So you can get a loading screen and a bunch of different cosmetics that come with them, including emoticons and even emotes. So more details in here. I'll put this down in the description. I don't want to spend too much time reading through this because I'm currently on 6 hours of sleep and your boy needs to sleep. And there's way more videos that I need to record. So yippee to me. Fun being a content creator, do it. I actually do enjoy it. Staying up late and, giving you the news and whatnot. So super excited. But basically, we got Gohan's cape back bling, a gift from Piccolo to inspire him to return to training. Gohan's Beast Axe pickaxe and capsule number 576 gliders. So yeah, these are all the accessories. This is the item shop. So if you guys want to go grab them, definitely do. There's even a video if you guys want to watch that. So yeah, Fortnite times more more Dragon Balls. So yeah. Otherwise, more in version 23.30 new Battle Royale reality augments. So I assume every 2 weeks we'll probably be getting new augments. I think we have another 2 weeks until the end of the season. So, let's just go through the augments. So the first one is Rift Ejector Seat. Anytime your shield breaks, you'll rift into the sky after a short delay. So this one's actually pretty cool. Competitive wise, I don't know if this one will be in. I mean, later in the down, we'll probably see, but yeah, Shadow Striker become able to get shadow bombs from containers. Really cool. I love shadow bombs, and it's nice that they're adding these augments back. I think it's super cool. Icy Slide, get a brief icy speed boost after sliding. This one's actually kind of cool. Most of these are actually. We got Harvester of Foliage. Foliage you destroy will drop big bush bombs and forageables. Also increase the effectiveness of eating forageables. So this one's really good too for like slap berries and anything that you destroy because you get those bush bombs and forageables. So super cool. And then we have mythic munition, which I personally think this is my favorite one. You obtain a mythic pistol. Yeah, mythic pistol. Imagine that stacks with all the all the other augments. It'd be insane. So heads up, new reality augments are discovered by selecting reality augments in matches. Rerolling does not discover new reality augments. So you actually have to get them the first time. You can't reroll until you get a new one. So a little change on that. And then weekly quest update. This is actually a major change for someone that covers guides on weekly challenges, which the video will be out today sometime a little after this for the challenges. Weekly quest. So from this version onwards, Battle Royale Chapter 4 Season 1 weekly quests will no longer expire after a week. So that was one big update that they changed earlier in the season, which I believe was one of the stupidest decisions, and they agreed, so they changed it back. So they remain until the end of the season, meaning players can complete a set of weekly quests anytime until Chapter 4 Season 1's end date. So I don't know if this will be just for this chapter, or this is just for this chapter, so I don't know if they'll change it next chapter or next season. We'll see. Hopefully they don't, because, getting rid of the challenges kind of takes away the whole fun of grinding the battle pass out at the very last second. So we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, miscellaneous updates, wind currents will be disabled in Battle Royale /0 build for the duration of this update. And then forecast reality augment has been adjusted to only show the next 3 storm circles after being selected instead of showing all future storms. So little update. And then competitive notes, the Kami Ha and Nimbus Cloud are not in competitive. And then Riftjector is also not in competitive. So once your shields break, you will not be able to rift. And then FNC Major 1 becomes on February 2nd. For more info, go click this link. Once again, I'll put the home base or the status report in the description down below. So any FNCS players or competitive players, go read that. And then bug fixes. This one's really nice. So the Guardian Shield now blocks the Deku Smash ability. Really good, because that one was very annoying, dying through the shield. Fix issue that caused us to disable the party time reality augment. This reality augment is now re-enabled. So party time is back, baby. You can get balloons. Fix some movement related bugs. Thank you. Players who own the Battle Pass have unlocked the Noble Shroud backlink prior to version 23.20 will now receive the backlink. So it was just the tier 100 backlink that you should have gotten a few weeks ago, but they didn't program it to give it to the people that already hit level 100. So they fixed that. Physics on the Joni, the red outfit skip, are now behaving correctly. The helmet on the Battlehound and Molten Battlehound outfits no longer appear sideways. Players can again emote after a victory royale. Players no longer take fall damage when sliding using the Shockwave Hammer. And on touch devices, a Falcon Scout no longer goes up or down without players touching any buttons. So that is everything in the Battle Royale update. So now let's get into the home base status report, because holy moly, a lot of changes. So if you're here for the home base status report or Save the World related stuff, let's get into it. So version 23.30 home base status report, let's initiate. So War Games Week 2, we have Mist Pods along with Space Rocks. And yeah, so I assume these are just ones that come out. I'm pretty sure they came out already, but I could be wrong. These are the ones that just come out. If you never did War Games, they're fun. They give you tickets, and you know, it's a good thing to do it a few times, but you know, having it every single year round, the challenges, you know, War Games dailies, it kind of gets boring. So not a big fan of War Games, but you know, getting the banners are really nice. So definitely grab them. So yeah, week 2 begins February 2nd. So make sure you grab everything, which I think February 2nd is a Thursday or Friday, something like that. My brain's hurting. So I've had a headache for the last like 10 hours. So not nice. Otherwise, let's get into quest changes. So with the start of Mild Meadows Venture season, we'll be adjusting the end dates of quest lines available during the season. We're making this adjustment because because having too many narrative quests running simultaneously can make it hard to follow the stories, especially for new and returning players who join late in a season. Now, this is something to note because this has been a major problem in Save the World. When a new player joins into the game, it's very hard to do every single challenge because there's so many quest lines. You get fluttered with like 20 quest lines, 20 things to do, and Ventures is on top of all the main quest line. It is not nice. So they've actually changed this. So the following quest lines have had their end date change or have been moved from the season. So the Blockbuster quest line remains unchanged and will last the entire season to April 5th, which is the end of the season. And then the No Dancing quest line has been shortened to 4 weeks and will run from February 9th to March 8th, which is sometime in the middle of this season. And then the Valor quest line will run for 4 weeks from March 9th to April 5th, so towards the end of the season. And then the Brawl of the Wild quest line has been moved from this Venture season and will return into the next Venture season. So Brawl of the Wild is not in this season. So I believe that was a quest line for one of the animal heroes, I believe, or something like that. So that has been moved. So pretty nice. We're good. Covered that. And the next up, we have No Dancing quest line. So the dreaded Love Storm has returned. And according to our most trusted major, this is an extremely dangerous threat. Stop the lovely I can't even say the word holy, from hitting home base to have the premier matchmaker, Stoneheart Farah, join your squad after completing the quest line. Now, a lot of people don't have Farah, and she is one of the best heroes, in my opinion, in Save the World. A lot of people vouch for her, but she's coming back. We didn't know if she was coming back or not until now. So Stoneheart Farah, her standard perk is Cupid's Arrow. Splinter on bow hit, dealing 20% damage to 3 nearby targets. And then the commander is the same thing, but instead it's 60% damage and 5 nearby targets. This is a really great loadout for the vacuum tube bow and the Xeon bow, and really any bow or any sniper. She's really good, and running her in lead is amazing. There's a loadout on that, so if you're curious about the loadout, I could probably do a video on it or something. But she's really good. I'll remind everyone to get this whenever she does come out, and I believe she will come out on the second, along with the quest line. I don't think it says here, but I'm pretty sure it's the second. So yeah. And then the next major change in Save the World is Heroes Return. So Heroes Razor and Courier blah, 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 are, yeah, I can't even say that, are available again. They can now be earned via the arcade cabinet quest. If you've already completed this quest but don't have the heroes, you'll receive them in a gift box in game. They can also be re-recruited from the collection book. So I wanted to show this in Save the World. I think I had it loaded up and then I didn't. So yeah, very nice of me. But you can actually not voucher them, but you can get them out of the collection book just by researching them, which is super cool. If you actually only had one copy of them, oh, by the way, they moved, there's not even a tab for promotions anymore. They moved it under expansion people. That's a note. So it's the first thing, Battle Breakers. And instead of, you know, recruiting the hero, we have to use the voucher. They're training manuals and legendary flux. So that's very nice. I think it's really cool that they did that. And hopefully they do this with like campaign heroes or something, because I really want to have campaign heroes in my collection book and just have double copies of them. But I think they'll be working on that in the future sometime. So yeah, so you can get them now. You don't have to play Battle Breakers, and the way to get them is actually just getting the arcade cabinet quest done, which I believe you have to finish like Plankerton SSD3 to access the quest. I don't think I have them because I've already got the heroes, so I don't think it will show for me. However, if you've already played or like you newer to the game and you've already done the SSD3, you should be able to get them. And if you already did the quest and whatnot, you'll receive them in the gift box like it says. And the new reloading gameplay changes. This is actually a major update, and this is probably one of the best things that they've done. So most ranged weapons in Save the World can now be reloaded while you're aiming down sights, making it easier to keep a bead on your target as you're reloading. Weapons with a zoom scope are the exception. Those will retain the old behavior and pull out to the regular third-person view while reloading. So basically what it's saying is, like, if you're holding down the pulse pounder, this is a really great example. The pulse pounder does more damage whenever you're ADSing. You can actually reload the weapon without ADSing, and then you could just reload it while just holding it down. Now, sniper rifles, like the Obliterator, you know, you're in the scope, it's going to go out into the third person and reload, not affecting the way it usually does. It is the same thing that it is. So that makes sense. Otherwise, event and weekly source. So on February 2nd, we'll be getting Tail of the Dragon, or Snuggle Specialist Sarah, which Dragon Slash leaves behind a energized trail dealing 26 base energy damage per second. Now, if you haven't seen my video on Venture loadouts, she's actually a really great hero for the Dragon Slash loadout. I do recommend going and watching that if you haven't done Ventures. And her Tail of the Dragon Plus, or the Commander perk, is the same thing, but instead it's 64 base damage, and it lasts for 3 seconds, and it's 30%. So yeah, pretty nice. And then we have Love Ranger Jonesy on February 9th, which is a week after. He gives you Power Impact, which is the increase in shockwave radius to 37.5, or by 37.5%, and then in lead 112.5. And then we also have the Love Bow, which is actually better than or Heartbreaker, I guess. But it's also better than the regular crossbow. So, but it's not that great of a weapon. It's fun to use, but not the greatest. But yeah, this piercing bow is skilled at breaking 2 things: hearts and husks. So grab it. Yeah. And then bug fixes. This is the last and final thing. So if you're here for this long, holy moly, this update's actually kind of huge, at least for, you know, content creator wise. This is a lot of things to go through. So thank you for sticking around. Otherwise, let's finish it off with the bug fixes. So a number of important bugs were fixed in this update, including fixed a variety of terrain issues in the Autumn Foothills biome. They actually fixed it. Thank you. This was, I didn't run into any problems besides one mission, but they fixed it. So that's kind of nice. So this includes locations that would potentially eliminate the character, which is the cave, certain objectives being partially in the terrain, tracks being unplaceable for deliver the bomb missions. I ran into the deliver the bomb one. It wasn't as bad. I used a way to do the mission, but it was still kind of annoying. They fixed that. So, and then the fixed an issue where the player wouldn't be unable to hear footsteps. That was actually very annoying because, you know, hearing footsteps and Save the World is a very important thing. I didn't even know that existed. I'm not going to lie. As someone that's been playing almost 6 years, you would think to them. Anyways, the final thing is fix an issue where players could accidentally mount and ride wildlife while hoverboarding. Did not know that was a glitch, and frankly didn't run into it. But if you did, it's fixed. So very nice. Otherwise, that is pretty much it. A lot in this update, including BR and Save the World. Save the World definitely got a lot, so I'm excited. And UI wise, there's also more stuff added. Once again, the collection book, you can actually flux the stuff out of the collection book, and it's under expansion people. a lot of different things and a lot of stuff coming out in the upcoming weeks. So make sure you stay subscribed so you get the updated news on whatnot and everything that comes out, and I'll go over. Otherwise, in a few hours I'll be releasing the challenge video. Nothing really crazy, but if you're a BR crazy person, definitely go check out that. Otherwise, that is it for the video. Thank you for watching. Remember, subscribe, notifications if you want to be updated in any further updates. Otherwise, you guys have an amazing morning, and I will see you guys in the BR challenges if you want to go watch that. Otherwise, any other video if you want to watch. Otherwise, you guys have an amazing morning.